Brian Cornell is stepping down after 11 years with the company. His departure, which was widely expected, comes as customers are now turning away from the store. Target stock.
Hello and welcome to another video. And in this video we're going to be talking about Target CEO, but we're going to be talking more the Target CEO. We're going to be talking about the power of Black people united. Yes, I guess the main character of the video is the Target CEO, but we're gonna be talking along. Okay, we're just gonna be remembering what happened in the protest of April 5th and how Black people decided not to participate in those protests. Black people decided to boycott certain stores, Walmart, Target, Amazon. It was a whole calendar for it. And yes, and Black people stay united. Black people stay together. And we're going to be going back to the protest of April 5th and how Black people was able to stay together and pull that one up. And then we're going to talk about the Target CEO, that he is resigning, how Target lost so much money, and how they finally pushed him to resign. We're gonna just be talking about all the details, but we're gonna go way back to April 5th and all the protests that was followed from April 5th and how Black people stay united. And then we're gonna talk about the Target CEO, and then we're gonna talk about other things. I prepare you a really good video. It's gonna be really interesting. You're gonna love it, and it's a confirmation of the power of Black people. Okay, if someone tells you the Black people doesn't have no power, or you as a person are powerless, let me tell you that is not true. You are powerful. So here we're going to be talking about that power. So stay towards the end because this video is going to be really...
Before anybody starts romanticizing protest, let me just say it plain as day. No confusion. We are not going out there. Not this time. We are not going out there. A whole lot of people are planning to hit the streets, right? I know y'all have heard the buzz. Chants, signs, cameras, emotions are going to be high. I get it. Hell, I've been out there before. But the last time we marched, what happened? They tear gassed us, shoved elders to the ground, committed vandalism, and then blamed us. They shot rubber bullets at kids, and then had the nerve to call us violent. We showed up with our voices. They showed up with riot gear. We screamed, "Don't shoot," and they loaded that clip anyway. And let's be clear, this administration, they've let us know in no uncertain terms, Black people in the street equals threat. They're looking for a reason to vilify us. They're waiting for a headline to twist. They're hoping for a camera angle that's going to justify their brutality. And what do we get in return? A quote tweet, a statement, maybe a mural? But no safety, no justice, no peace. So no, we're not marching this time. We're not going to give them the photo op that they so desperately want. We're not playing into that cycle. We're not going to give them the excuse that they're so desperate for. We're protecting our people. We're staying home. We're building offline. We're organizing smarter. Because we don't need to be in the streets to prove that our rage is real. So let them march. Let them bait. Let them spin the same tired narratives. But don't let them turn your Blackness into a threat on live TV. April 5th, we sit back. We step back. We stay safe. Because survival is resistance too.
Hey, white people, let's talk. Sometimes I forget that white people aren't as engaged with Black creators on this app and in the world as I am. So there was something over the weekend that I thought everybody was very well aware of, but I'm understanding that that's not the case. I was talking to my mom today, and she and my brother went to a protest on April 5th to protest Trump and all of the things that have been happening for the last couple of months. So she was telling me about her experience, and she said it was like a love fest. It was so nice to be with all of these people, thousands of people, and everybody signs and all this stuff. And I said to her, did you notice that there weren't many Black people there, if any? She was like, yeah, actually, I did notice, and I was confused, and I was like, I thought Black people were really upset about him too, and I didn't understand. This is my mom talking. So I explained to her that 92% of Black women and 80 some percent of Black men did what they were supposed to do back on November 5th. And they are now resting and they are not participating in these here protests. And that there was a concerted effort for Black folks to stay home yesterday on April 5th. And to be honest, I think she's still confused about the why. But I'm working on that. But do yourself a favor and follow Black content creators here on TikTok, because you will learn so much and you will be able to use your new knowledge to help educate the people that you are in proximity with. But yeah, white folks, if you didn't know, Black folks said, we're not marching on April 5th. We're not doing it. We're going to stay home. We're going to let white people get us out of this mess because white people got us into this mess. The more you know.
And I don't know if you guys know that I was a history teacher for years. And these are the kind of things that make history. How the Black people stayed united in April 5th, not going out there to protest. That's when the really power started. That's when we became so powerful. When we united, stay at home, and then went to protest outside. And then we as a community decided we're going to boycott certain stores. Yes, we are mad. We are angry about no longer, this store no longer using the DEI program, but we are gonna show our anger in a different way, okay? A different way to protest. And that day, in April 5th, Black people started to protest in a different way, in a way that maybe this country never seen before. And this is the kind of thing of historians write about it. Okay, this is the kind of thing the historians write about it, because this is the beginning of something big. We as a community put so much pressure in Target. The Target CEO decided to resign, and I have all the details for you here in this video. You're going to love it, so stay towards the end. Please, at this time, make sure that you drop a like to this video. Help us to support liberal media, okay? Help us to support liberal media. Look, the MAGAs have all the likes, the MAGAs have all the subscribe, the MAGAs have all the shares. And if you know a person that will be interested in this video, please make sure that you share this video with someone else. So stay towards the end.
So here are the most recent updates regarding our Black consumer boycott. So CNN has actually confirmed and reported that the Target boycott is said to be the most successful Black boycott since the Montgomery bus boycott. Now, for those of you who may not remember or don't know, the Montgomery boycott started in December 5th of 1955 and lasted all the way until December 20th of 1956, a over-year-long boycott to which the Montgomery bus lines were losing $3,000 a day. Why? Because their main commuters were Black people. And since Black people were boycotting, they were not making any money. They weren't making any revenue. And that's basically the same idea and principle with this Black consumer boycott. And yes, we started with Target, but oh, baby, it's long gone, outgrown since then. Now, what makes our current Black consumer boycott more successful than the Montgomery bus boycott is the fact that Target has now hit a $12 billion valuation loss. Their stocks keep plunging, and now the CEO has had to take a pay cut. He has had to take a pay cut of almost half of what he was earning before. That's how bad they're doing. In CNN's report, they were actually able to interview Pastor Jamal Bryant, who has become one of the faces or the spokespersons for our Black consumer boycott. He is not the one who started it, but he is one of the faces, him and Al Sharpton. And in that interview, he started off with stating, "We are not going to grovel, we're not going to beg for respect when we put $12 million into the economy. The Black consumers put in $12 million a day into the economy, and you want us to beg for respect. You want us to beg for you to treat us with respect. No, that's not going to happen. So the next target, and this is what he states, our next target, because we've been targeting Target, no pun intended, also Walmart, the next person, Dollar General. And this is why. Dollar General, I don't know if you knew this, is actually 3 times bigger than Walmart and Target. Dollar General is located in 5 miles, within the 5-mile radius of about 75% of American homes, and has never once donated not one dime to any Black African American organization or cause. Yet their number one consumers are Black people. Partner that up with their predatory tactics of location. You will only find, or majority you'll find, Dollar Generals placed in urban and rural areas where African American, poor minorities thrive, right? So for you to know where your consumers are, where your consumer market is, and to not cater to them at all, and expect for us to continuously keep giving you our money, it is kind of a slap in the face. Not is, kinda. It is. Not kinda, it is. And so because of that, Dollar General, count your days. But yeah, pat on the back though to the boycott with Target, because 12 billion valuation loss, woo.
Target CEO has just resigned after being there for 11 years. 11 years. Imagine in a course of 8 months, you make a decision to go ahead and follow that man in the office, and you lose over the course of 3 quarters, 10% of your income. $12 billion has been lost due to Target removing their diversity, equity, and inclusion policies from their company. Baby, and Christmas is not even here. Pastor Jamal told y'all what to do to get us back, and y'all refused. Y'all thought doing a campaign with Kai Cenat was gonna fix everything. That boy is not Black American. He is Caribbean, Haitian. He's not Black American. So y'all fucked up there. And y'all also went to Al Sharpton. Come on now, be for real. He damn sure was not going to get us to move. Y'all better find y'all a new CEO, get y'all a new fucking think tank, and get the guidelines that Pastor Jamal Bryant put up and get them moving. Or y'all gonna be really fucked up come Christmas time. Y'all know it only takes 30 days for a habit to become part of your life. And we have grown accustomed to not going to Target. Y'all wasn't that fucking special. Get it together.
Oh, wow. Target CEO of 11 years has resigned? And just in case you've been lost in the sauce, we've been boycotting Target for some months now because they decided to not support the DEI program. And I would say this is a successful boycott. Personally, I didn't want the man to lose his job, but I definitely dialed back on how often I went to Target because I don't want to support nobody that don't support me. So this is a prime example of how much power we actually have. These corporations and banks and the government and the media, they team up to try to exploit us because they think we don't know any better. But when we know better, we do better.
Shout out to everyone who can't remember the last time you were in a Target. Can't remember. Ooh, feels so good. Oh, because we got laughed at. Oh, the tweets were flying. The jokes were everywhere. Boycott. What's that gonna do? We represent 1.8 trillion in spending power. We'll show you what it's gonna do. Should I tell you, he first had to take a pay cut and now he's gone because that company has lost over $12 billion since our black asses got organized and said, we're not shopping there. And you know, you had some of the raccoons like, well, how am I not gonna shop there? Where am I supposed to shop? Bitch, not there. I even heard somebody on the Breakfast Club today talking about something. Well, I don't know. There's always something boycott. Bitch, we didn't say always do something. We said do this one. But give yourselves a pat on the back because it's hard. You even have people out there trying to detour us now like, well, there's other companies. Why aren't y'all boycotting Walmart and Amazon? Because we're talking about this one right now. We're talking about this one. And we're going to keep our foot on this one's neck. Because you know what happens when you keep your foot on the neck? The next time you say you have a boycott coming up, oh, that other company gonna be like, where can we give in? Because them niggas know how to win. And another thing that makes me so sick of that whole, but we're not going after everybody now. When a cop goes after suspects, he goes after one, drag his ass back to the station, drain him for every goddamn thing he got, and then he goes after the other ones. That's what the fuck we're doing. So let's keep going, because you know what happens with success. The people who doubted you now want to be a part of it. We're done spending money with companies who play in our faces and take away our spaces.
Target CEO steps down amid declining sales and DEI backlash. This is nasty work, nigga. That's good for your stupid ass, you heard? Nobody told you to fuck with the DEI program. Leave that shit alone. You know what I'm saying? So what? Trump implemented that. You had the right. You had the opportunity to rock with it or not, and you chose to eliminate DEI. So yeah, all those people that got affected, yeah, I know they happy as fuck when they saw this news. You stepping down. Well, he's stepping down because of declining sales. Too many complaints about the clutter in Target. Have you ever been to Target, bro? Like, yo, the fucking items is on top of each other. I ain't going front, bro. So yeah, a bunch of people complain about that shit, and he's like, yo, yeah, you gotta step down. We try to make this a more a Target store and not more of a Target, like a ghetto Target that we are in. So yeah, you got to get out of here. So this nigga's stepping down in February 1st. You know what I'm saying? And it's about to be a wrap. They about to change their whole policies around.
Go woke, go broke. Ooh, I guess that's not entirely true, is it? Target really scaled back inclusion and then was shocked when people stopped including them in their weekend plans. Like, you can't ghost marginalized communities and then act surprised when they haunt your quarterly earnings. Brian thought the backlash would blow over like a bad TikTok trend. Instead, he got ratioed in real life by white women, Gen Z, and gay Twitter. That's like the holy trinity of retail destruction. It's wild that Target thought that being less inclusive was going to attract more people in an industry where margins are already razor thin. That's like closing the bar early and then wondering why no one's drunk at the bar spending money. Like, did you think that the YT supremacists were going to buy the 12-pack throw pillows in solidarity? Target's strategy was, let's be less woke. Congrats, bro. Now you're broke. Who do you think the next company is that I'll make a similar video about?
And what is the new company that we're going to be making videos about it? That's a really good question, because we did boycott Walmart, but with the case of Walmart, it's just harder to boycott, because Walmart is sometimes some towns they just only have one Walmart where people do their groceries. Do you know any other kind of boycott that we are doing right now? Because we did boycott right after Target, we did boycott hair products, and then we boycott Walmart, and then we boycott Amazon. And one of the reasons, yes, I know everything is so expensive, but if you go to the stores, I noticed it, for like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, that the price is slightly went down. And the reason why in Walmart, Amazon, the prices is slightly went down. Well, it's all kinds of conspiracy theories. If you know one, you can just drop it below in the comments. But the CEOs of these companies, they say that they're gonna try to lower their prices as much as they can, and they've been trying to do it. They just been doing it, but still, because of the inflation, the tariff, this president, he just want to ruin the economy. That's what he just want to do. The prices had not come down as it should be. I don't know what happened with eggs. They went again high. I think a dozen eggs now cost like $8 something. I don't know how much does it cost for a dozen eggs in your town, in your state. I just tried to buy eggs like yesterday. Yes, yesterday. In Amazon, and it was I think it was like $7.99 or something. I'm sorry, I shop for my groceries in Amazon Prime because I just noticed, I just compared to other stores, Compared to Kroger, that is the closest that I have. I have a Kroger, I have Albertson. Albertson is no store, maybe in the east side of the country. You guys don't even know what Albertson is. I go to Aldi too. And I kind of compare all the prices, and the cheapest auction is Amazon. I don't know why Amazon is still the cheapest one, but it's still the cheapest prices out there. And yes, and I just went and I just wanted to do a little bit of groceries, and the prices of eggs was $2.99. Okay. But yes, it's a calendar for boycotting, and yes, we black people, we did it. Okay, we did it. So feel proud of yourself, because yes, we accomplished.
If you go woke, you go broke, right? That's the saying. Yeah, it ends up that's not true. In fact, the opposite of that is true. What could we call it? We could call it Target's business plan. So the CEO of Target is stepping down because Target went the opposite of woke. I guess they went to the dark side. I don't know. Brian Cornell has been the CEO of Target for 11 years. I could only assume his salary was some astronomically ridiculous amount. Yeah, and that's all over now. He took the advice of a 6 times bankrupted multiple felon and completely changed Target's entire business structure, and it has not worked out well for them. Shocker, I know. And rolled back Target's DEI practices, and rolled back all of their inclusivity in their sales and marketing. And they've had such a psychotically large drop in profits since January, since the inauguration, since everything took a turn for the worse in this country, that yeah, he's got to step down. They're gonna have to figure their shit out, I guess. But oh well. So sad.
Do not let these people lie to you. Don't let them lie to you, and don't let them convince you that Black Americans do not have power, especially buying power. The Target boycott began March 5th, mainly due to the DEI rollbacks, meaning it has been a little over 5 months, but not a full 6 months yet, right? And at one point, the CEO of Target had to cut his salary in half. And guess what else? He has officially stepped down from his position as the CEO. And that has happened in less than 6 months. Cut his salary in half, step down. Many people have been a part of this boycott, but Black Americans have been the voice, and they have led the way. We have been the ones that have carried it on our shoulders. We did this in less than 6 months. This is what the world is afraid of. They don't want us to realize the power that we have in the way we can shift economies and markets and businesses. Let that sink in. We did that.
And this clip was so powerful. Okay, he just figured out the secret of life. They don't want us to know, they don't want us to figure out how powerful as a people we are, how we can turn economies from one side to another one, how we can just make CEOs to leave their jobs, how we can just scare people, okay, scare people in power to just do what we need to. And we are just such a powerful people if we stay together and we stay united.
TikTok is powerful.
On August 1st, right, there's going to be a supposed nationwide boycott against African-owned businesses. And the people that are going to be doing the boycotting are so-called Black Americans.
Right. And I need Black people to understand that we are so powerful that we influence other communities, especially when we airing out our grievances on the internet.
And I'm not black, okay? I am not black, but I'm still going to go ahead and say this. This is really, really, really disgusting, and this is also nauseating to me.
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, it don't matter. YouTube, it doesn't matter, right? Because everybody else is watching us at all times. So this video, this Asian guy, he's in our business and he thinks he knows what's going on because we are airing each other out online.
Because it just shows you the significant and notable amount of self-hate that so-called black Americans, or what they call themselves to be FBA or ADOS, it shows the significant amount of self-hate that they have against their African brothers and sisters on the continent of Africa, and how much they are trying to delineate themselves from their African ancestry.
And what he's talking about is the diaspora wars, right? And he's talking about how insane it looks to him. So if it looks insane to him, it looks insane to the Mexicans, to the white people, and to all the other races, right? So we got to be careful. We can have our grievances and beefs because they do too, right? Every ethnicity group, racial group, whatever you want to call it, they all have their grievances with each other. But I'm telling black people that we got to be careful because we got dudes like him who's trying to understand what's going on in our community. And he's a full-blown Asian man, right? So it's kind of our fault too, because we on the internet airing each other out. So what it looks like to them is that we hate each other. We're dysfunctional. We don't hate each other. We might be a little bit dysfunctional. We just got to be careful on where we airing our grievances out because of examples like this, right? So if I'm going to say it again, if he understand, or he's trying to understand, but if he sees it, white people see it, Hispanics see it, right? Everybody sees it. So we got to take this into consideration when we airing each other out on the internet.
Y'all know how black folks decided to boycott Target because of the DEI rollbacks? Well, I guess Target rolled out Kai Cenat to roll back in black consumers.
Oh, it's right here! It's right here! Oh my gosh!
Kai Cenat is catching a lot of backlash because of this. People are stating that he's not on call with black folks. Not too long ago, he was at the BET Awards laughing it up and kikiing it with black folks. Now you out here rolling it out with Target, your live streams with Target, right? I don't really know what Target is expecting from this because majority of Kai Cenat fan base is like what? Teenagers, right? But anyway, yeah, they're more so focused on Kai Cenat being on code or following the agenda when it comes to boycotting Target for their rollback DEI.
We just made it towards the end of this video, and yes, what happened with the CEO of Target, and he decided to roll back at that time the orange bouffon, because this is all coming down to the orange bouffon. The orange bouffon, he just told all the companies that they cannot have, there wasn't needed for the companies to have more DEI hiring. Some of them decided to follow along, and some of them decided not to do it. Like Costco was a company that stand up for DEI hiring, saying to the orange bouffon, I'm sorry, we just have a policy. What we've been doing, we are hiring as a DEI is working perfectly in the way it is. We are not planning to change it. And Costco, they actually saw their sales to grow. That's a company that is completely growing. Target decided to align to the orange bouffon policies, and now they are paying for it. his CEO decided to do what the orange buffon was telling them to do. And here I'm gonna explain to you some of the things that they decided to do. None of those things work. They still lost $12 billion, and that's why he have to go. By the beginning of next year, he's no longer gonna be the CEO. Target is looking for a new CEO, and we'll see what the CEO is gonna be. So yeah, they talked to some members of the Black community. They started to do some ad campaigns with Black people. They also started to bring back the merchandise that they already took. They roll back like Walmart. Okay, they roll back. They roll back the merchandise that some Black creators they just remove it and then they just brought it back. and they did all those things and nothing worked. So they finally decided to remove the CEO, and I think they have a Black CEO. I think it's like she's not like completely Black. She's like a Caribbean descendant or a Jamaican descendant, something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I just think it is from somewhere from the Caribbean. That she is like the third or the second in command for Target. They're probably gonna choose her because she just been working for Target for years and she's just so well prepared for assume the leadership on the store. Let me tell you that one of the CEOs that have been extremely successful and is a Black CEO is the Red Lobster CEO. He been extremely successful being the CEO of Red Lobster, and the company was almost in bankrupt, and he topped Red Lobster from almost bankrupt to now earning, I think it's like $12 billion in earnings, I believe, last year. Yes, please, we make it towards the end of this video. Please don't forget giving a like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps my channel to grow and it helps other people to find my content and my video. And if you want to give me some money for coffee, I will leave you the information here towards the end of this video. Okay, if you just want to, because help me to go through this editing. It's a lot of editing that goes in these videos. It takes at least 2 times to record one segment. And yeah, there's a lot of work that goes into it, but just support me, buy me a coffee, and you guys take care. Thank you so much for watching my videos. Take care. Bye bye.